you want to have effective communication in your relationship, it's about how you have mindful communication first. What do I mean by that? That means not going into a conversation with your partner just to express yourself and just vent out, right? And just talk about your feelings, how hurt you are, and pointing the finger about what they did that was wrong and everything, right? It's to go seeking unity. And the first big advantage you have to that is not by what you say at all, but how you listen. See, we're reactive in nature as humans because we're always trying to protect ourselves, defend ourselves, watch out for what's wrong, and react appropriately, right? Reflex. But problem is, when you start doing that, you become more defensive and you start kind of being combative instead of trying to work with someone. So what that means is your partner's most likely waiting to react to you. So the way you listen to them actively is everything so they can have the floor to properly express themselves. But notice the active part. Don't just sit and be quiet. Actually be proactive about asking questions about what they're saying to you to make sure that you're fully understanding what they're trying to convey, what they're trying to get across to you. And when you do that for your partner, they start feeling extremely heard and like, wow, not only are they listening to me, but they're trying to understand what I'm saying. I really feel like they're trying to get me and learn me. It makes them feel secure. It makes them more inclined to want to listen to you in return because they feel like their needs are being understood now, right? Very important. So your partner says something like, hey, I feel like we don't spend time anymore like we used to. And you're like, well, but what do you mean by that? Why do you feel that way? What has happened that you feel that's the case? Well, we used to, hang out every Saturday or go on at least 2 date nights a week. And we don't do that anymore now. It's like non-existent. And you might say, oh, well, do you think that I don't care about you? You don't matter to me? They say, yeah, I don't feel like I'm as important. Boom. Now you have something you can speak to. Now you can tell them, hey, I can see that. Empathize, right? Empathy is everything. Let them know you can relate. You understand. Somewhere in your world, in your way, you get why they could feel that. Even though that's not what you are thinking, that's not the experience that you are trying to provide to them, and that's not the way you saw it. But show them that you understand where they're at, even though it might not be what's true for you, so that they can feel like, okay, I've been heard. So yeah, definitely I could see if we were hanging out a lot and we're not doing as much anymore, how someone could feel that way. I completely and totally get that. But I want you to know that I actually do care about you a lot, care about you, a ton. And actually, I've been working so hard. We haven't hung out as much because I've been trying to, grind for us so that we can have more, maybe money wise, or so that I can get this project done so we can go on this vacation, or so we can spend more time together. Right? You start connecting the dots for them so they can gain more clarity from you and so that you can express as well. And this is your chance to tell them how you feel, where you're at with things, what you're thinking, what your side of the experience is, to where you're informing them off of them being heard. So now they know you're not just saying and speaking your piece. You're giving a response, not a reaction, a response to their information that you have vetted and gotten clear on. And now you're expressing something that's articulated well through what your experience is so that they understand you now. And now they're more inclined to want to hear you out fully because you gave them that same courtesy. That's what we got to do. Now, the way we take this to the next level is you want to do this mindfully by setting intentional time to have these deep dive convos, this open communication. See, when you have these conversations on the fly and, hey, it's like, oh, I just want to talk to you real quick. You got a minute while you're walking by? Yeah, you can do it. But it sets a whole different tone when you intentionally set time aside for you guys' relationship to bond and communicate. Because it says to the other person and to you that this matters. We matter. You matter. I matter. We are significant and we're important. So you take intentional time out to connect and talk through things. And while you do it, it's the best thing to practice healthier breathing patterns, deeper breaths, right? To calm the tone, right? Keep the energy a certain way. Keep it inviting of a space. Because remember, 93% of effective communication is nonverbal. So this is why it's less about what you say, but how you say it, the energy you bring when you say it, the demeanor you have, your mannerisms. It's the very reason why someone can vent to you and you say, oh, yeah, I hear you. All right, I got it. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to start. I'm going to change it or whatever. I got you. I hear you. And then I believe in what you're saying because your words are saying what they want to hear, but all of your mannerisms are saying something completely different. So when you do breathing techniques to slow things down and keep it controlled, one, you can express better. You can not rush yourself so you can make sure you're articulating properly to be heard best and be understood. And you're speaking with clarity and concise. But at the same token, you're also setting the right tone that your partner can react to and match you. Be calm as well. Meet you in a calm space where you guys can both fully understand each other and get productivity and work towards a solution and unity instead of further divide. If you and your partner need help learning how to do that with each other, I'm here to coach you through it. Get at me. Let's get it.